There was a YouTuber by the name of Tactical Templar that kind of made Jesus seem pretty cool.
Brothers, I want to talk about Jimmy Kimmel for just a second. I know I did another video on it, but I really wanted to elucidate the problem with this entire situation. You see, Jimmy Kimmel was not fired because of pressure from Trump's FCC. No, the reality is that ABC was looking for a reason to get Jimmy Kimmel off the air. We've seen in the last couple of days that Jimmy Kimmel's ratings were absolutely abysmal. I have videos on my channel that get better ratings than Jimmy Kimmel. This guy is an absolute train wreck. And the fact is that on top of him getting almost no ratings, he was alienating a lot of advertisers by his rhetoric about Charlie Kirk, because the optics of that were about as bad as you could possibly be. This was a Destiny type crash out, and he did it on a major network where they do have advertisers. And in the past, advertisers may have been more amenable or agreeable to that, but times have changed, and they understand that Trump is not going to take too kindly to that. Now, you could say, well, that's just because Trump's a fascist. No, it's because businesses are very good at being able to look at which way the political wind is blowing. And Trump is in power, and it looks like he's going to be in power for a while. And then after him, it's probably going to be Vance. So these companies are very good at risk analysis. And they look at this and they go, wow, this guy Jimmy Kimmel just went out there and made an incendiary statement about somebody that was just politically assassinated in the United States, and then used it as an opportunity to try to attack Donald Trump. And ABC is like, okay, well, we can use this as an opportunity to get rid of Jimmy Kimmel. Now, the left threw a tantrum. I mean, the left cared more about Jimmy Kimmel losing his show than they did Charlie Kirk losing his life, which I think goes to show you the type of demons that we're dealing with. And so they said, well, okay, we're gonna reinstate his show. And the fact is, nobody cares. He's gonna come back. He's gonna do some scathing diatribe about Trump. And the reality is, it's going to be just as profane and just as ridiculous as you can imagine. And advertisers are going to pull out because advertisers want nothing to do with that, especially during this time of all times. And then I think that it's going to be an opportunity for Trump to go after this guy, Jimmy Kimmel. And I put this clip in particular playing in the background while I'm talking because this guy is the champion of the left. And as we know, nobody would ever make crude or crass jokes like Donald Trump saying grab him by the pussy. Nobody would ever do that. That's a uniquely Trump thing, especially not Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel would never do that. And just pointing out the fact that Jimmy Kimmel is a hypocrite. I mean, look at the statement he made about Roseanne Barr. He said ABC, to their credit, didn't waste any time. They canceled her show today. I'm not a fan of censorship. Anyone who says I'm not a fan of censorship and then goes on to say, like, but this isn't free speech, they're not a fan of free speech. They're not a fan of allowing people to speak their mind or joke freely. This guy made a statement that was so morbid and so grotesque that they had to take him off the air because apparently he wasn't willing to back down. This guy has Trump derangement syndrome. And by the way, I think that Trump should use the full weight of the federal government on all the people that support this guy, this piece of shit, this scumbag, and make an example out of them the way that they made an example out of Roseanne Barr. Roseanne Barr, I mean, she was made an example of. So I think that it's important to look at the situation and recognize that these people are all fucking hypocrites. Jimmy Kimmel, number one. And so, yeah, I think that it's important to understand that these are the people on the left. They are hypocritical demons. They are disgusting, malformed, degenerate retards that embody the worst. They fail upwards. And any accountability they view as fascism. So if they want fascism, give them fascism. Give them the fucking boot. Teach them the lesson. Teach them what it really is, because nobody deserves it more. They have been cruel and malevolent for years. For years, they have treated people who are good people as the enemy. And, oh, you should go after them, and you should mistreat them, and you should vilify them. Why is it that now, when the shoe is on the other foot, why is it that they now get to put their hands up? No, 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 please, please show mercy. No, no mercy. Go after this guy, ruin this guy's life, seize every asset that he has. Show these people in Hollywood and in the, halls of power, show them the error of their ways. Otherwise, when they get back in, they're going to do, you know what they're going to do. Like, these people on the left have been so evil for so long. And a lot of people, they have this weird memory hole where it's like the left could be as fucking evil as they want. And the people just forget. I don't understand it. Some sort of like brain drain. Like, people go, Obama didn't have any scandals. Obama was one of the worst presidents ever, other than Joe Biden. Like, the amount of corruption and shit, it's wild. But this is what we're dealing with. This is what we're up against. Jimmy Kimmel was suspended because it was an opportune time. They probably had somebody that they were going to replace him with, somebody that could potentially get them better ratings. But the pushback was so much from the left that they decided to keep him on. Now, this is to the detriment of ABC, because ABC is going to have this guy that's hostile to the brand, is incendiary, advertisers don't want anything to do with him, and this is unfortunately a problem of Disney's own making. You should have just outright fired this guy for cause. You should have fired him for cause. This guy is representing your company. He's on your network. He's got a show on your channel. And he himself believes that ABC was right. This isn't about free speech. It's about consequences for saying something vile. This guy said something vile. Where's his consequences? No, he doesn't get consequences because he's a far-left retard. He's an activist. Take this guy and flush him down the toilet. That would be my advice. Because Jimmy Kimmel is somebody... Moist Critical gets better ratings than Jimmy Kimmel. Like, this guy is a piece of garbage. He's a despicable, malevolent piece of garbage that puts out anti-American, anti-Trump propaganda. Put this guy in the fucking gulag. What are we doing? Like, I mean this seriously. What are we doing? If you win the presidency by the mandate that Trump got his, like, you had the popular vote, you had the Electoral College. People want people like Jimmy Kimmel to go to jail. They want the left to be punished. The left deserves to be punished, harshly and severely. And we don't get anything. And even Trump, in his tweet that they think was like some kind of leak, is saying as much. Why isn't Pam Bondi and Kash Patel every day going after and arresting these leftists? It should be every day that we get a new arrest, that we get a new one of these people, and we want the trials publicly broadcast. We want these people to go to jail. We want them to be penalized, or if you don't put them in jail, we want them to be destitute. Because that's exactly what they wanted for people on the right. And the difference is, the people on the right didn't deserve it. These people on the left do, because they are demons. They are absolute scum of the earth demons. These are the worst human beings you will ever come across. And I think more people need to be honest about that fact. No more whataboutism. No more playing this game of, if we can't do this because then they'll do that. Like Rand Paul going on Fox News and saying, Trump's doing is wrong. Lawfare against him was wrong. But no, Rand Paul needs to go. Thomas Massey needs to go. These fucking ghouls need to go. Get people in there with an iron stomach who are going to do what needs to be done. You need more people like Stephen Miller. You do. You need more Stephen Millers in there that are going to do the job that needs doing. And doing so gleefully with an iron stomach. Because these people are the worst. Like the Hassans, the Destinies, the David Packmans. These people need to be in jail. How much misery and misinformation have these people spread over the years? And they don't believe in the free speech principles that you and I believe in. So why would you force your principles on them. No, they don't get free speech. They don't get the Second Amendment because they've been fighting against it every day for the past 15, 20 years. No, these people are the worst of the worst, and they need to start being treated as such. Anyway, brothers, I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for supporting the channel, and I'll see you next time.